we're going to look at a specific method that is valuable for getting book reviews, and that's the advanced reader copy, or ARCs. This is going to differ a little bit from beta because beta readers tend to kind of give you more feedback. ARCs, you're pretty much ready to go, and you're going to give it to a bunch of people before your release date. And hopefully this will generate some reviews for your book. And then, of course, when you get those reviews, then hopefully this will help you to sell books, especially if you get good reviews. We're going to do this in two parts. The first part is going to be more of the kind of traditional ARC places, and the second we're going to go kind of off-road a little bit and test some of the other ones. Let's go ahead and just jump in. The first one I'm going to show you is NetGalley. They're probably the most, I don't know if you'd call them famous, but they're very well known. They're a little more expensive on the, like about $4.50, but you can usually get their stuff a little cheaper if you're like part of a writing society or something. A lot of other places have discounts on them. Now, as you'll see here, I'm going to sign in on my old account, and I say old because if you click on it, you get this red warning thinking that you don't have an account there. And the reason is these accounts only activate for 6 months. So that's how they control everything. Once you're done with that payment, it's your account closes unless you extend it for some reason. Now, like I said, they have about 6 months for about $4.50-ish. They also have a cheaper version for 3 months, but a lot of times that doesn't get you the people you need in that period of time. So the 6 month is kind of the way to go. So as I said, it's probably a hair expensive, but I've had a lot of good experience in terms of working with them. They're very pleasant people there. They're very responsive and just generally seem to be nice. There are some problems with it. So my first book, I got some very good feedback from. And the second book, I got people to pick up my book, but I don't even know if I got one review out of the whole thing. And it's really for two reasons. The first reason was my mistake because I was a new artist, or I was a new author. I just filled out the forms and I accidentally put in I was young adult, which I'm not. I'm middle grade. So a lot of young adult readers I guess, picked up my book at first before I corrected it, and gave me reviews, which I found was funny because the second time when I did middle grade, I did not get as many people wanting the book and read the book. And there was a little bit of a snafu that they all apologized for. And I'm not sure how it affected my readers, if it did or not. But like I said, I don't even know if I got one review off of it. So by the third time, I'm just like, well, I'm not going to pay $4.50 to get no reviews. I need something more than that. Now, a lot of those people who do the reviews link that review to Amazon, Goodreads, something of that nature, where you can kind of build your base. So it's a good way to get reviews if you're in the right genre. But to be honest, I'm not sure if I'll ever do it again. So I've moved into other things, one of which is Book Sirens. Now, as you can see here, I'm still me. I still get to log in. But it was a little bit of an effort on this one. So you actually have to apply to Book Sirens. If they don't take you, which they didn't do for my first book, they didn't accept me, then you have to reapply for the second, which I think I just skipped. I didn't bother. And then the third I did, and they accepted me, which was good. They also didn't have a great response. They communicated well, though, so I don't hit them for that because they didn't charge me a lot for it because of that. And they notified me that they were having trouble getting middle grade readers, period. I appreciated that. And they say that what they do is they promote your book for 3 months, but you're on a list indefinitely. So I guess there's a possibility that I could still get picked up. Probably not. I haven't seen any activity there for a long time, but we'll see. I had heard this was probably the best of these ones I'm going to look over today. By a couple different websites. I didn't necessarily find that to be the truth, but like I said, They seem good, they seem fair, and it's definitely reasonable pricing. So definitely worth trying out. Again, if it's your first book, my guess is they're going to turn you down. If you show you're a little seasoned, I think they'll probably pick up your book. The next here we'll talk about is Hidden Gems. Looking at this webpage, I can tell that they've changed it quite a bit since I was there. I did get a few Amazon reviews and Goodreads out of it. Very cheap. That was nice. I like cheap. And it was fairly easy to go through the whole thing. By cheap, I think I paid, I want to say roughly $20. I'm looking at looking at my account right now. It might have been 20 for the initial setup, and then that you paid per review, which again, that's a great way to do it. As opposed to the NetGalley's, you pay a chunk at a time and you can get unlimited reviews. You know, you're rolling the dice one way or another. If you're a more accomplished writer, then obviously NetGalley is the way to go. If you're a beginning author, I would say do the Hidden Gems, maybe the Book Sirens if you can get in first. The last one I'll talk about in this video is Reedsy Discovery. And the reason why I'm talking about it last on the video is because I didn't do it. This is one I'll look into in the future. Reedsy tends to have quality stuff. I would definitely suggest her web pages for other things. I just didn't get around to it. And I have a little bit of money left. So if anybody wants me to try one of these out or try one of the kooky ones on part 2 of this video, I'm more than willing to waste the money. So if you want to, probably not this time, watch the second video and then put something in the comments. The final analysis would be, I would go in this direction. Hidden Gems, probably Reedsy, Book Sirens, and then NetGalley. If your stuff's really, really good on NetGalley, especially YA, young adults, authors, they tend to get larger audiences. If you're in that regime, then all of a sudden the Book Sirens and NetGalley are going to look a lot more pleasing. Take into account your genre and then take into account also your experience. Those two things can kind of help guide you. I've been trying to do this a little bit more on my personal experience and run it through as opposed to just general advice. If you have any tips like that for me, please tell me. I'd like to give you all what you are looking for. Thank you. Bye.